A couple of things.
Yeah.
Yesterday, of course, the State Department notified Congress about $20 billion in new weapons for Israel. I realize these won't be delivered for a number of years, 27 and onward. But nonetheless, the timing of this, just 2 days before the ceasefire talks, can we see any linkage to that? Is this comes, of course, after criticism of some of the far-right members. There was a very strong statement by the Secretary on Minister Ben-Gvir's visit to the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound / Temple Mount. Can we see any message in this, particularly in the arms sales?
So, Sean, I think the way to look at this is that multiple things can be true and multiple things can be vitally in the interest of the United States. First and foremost, we are continuing to work to secure a ceasefire deal that would bring home all the hostages, that would help alleviate the suffering in Gaza. That certainly continues to be a priority for us. Simultaneously, we have a long-standing military and security partnership with the government of Israel. We recognize that Israel has a right to defend itself from terrorism and security threats. We also acknowledge and have talked a great deal about how Israel continues to face a myriad of threats in the region, not just from Iran, but also from its proxies, such as Hamas, such as Hezbollah, such as the Houthis. That's very much in line with what we've been talking about this week. And also is true, Sean, that there are actions that we think are counterproductive. We think they are a detraction from peace and stability in the Middle East. We also think that they are detractions from Israel's own security. Those things include what we saw Minister Ben-Gvir do yesterday. It's also when we see things like settlement expansions or things like that. Those are things that are not just inconsistent with international law. They are also, detract from our stated goal of a two-state solution and cause greater insecurity in the region. Sure.
Specifically in the arms sale,
yeah.
You and Matt have been asked numerous times about the use of U.S. weapons in incidents in which civilians were killed. Have there been any further assurances? Is there a confidence going forward with these weapons? Have there been any assurances that more care is being taken that U.S. weapons aren't involved?
There, of course, is confidence, and as I have said a number of times when we've talked about this issue, there is a long-standing security partnership with the government of Israel, one that spans decades. But that does not change the tools and the mechanisms that the United States has at its disposal to ensure that certain U.S. articles are not being used improperly. That, of course, includes the CHIRG process, which we've talked about before. That includes the Leahy vetting forum. It also includes the policy and guidance that lives within the conventional arms transfer policy. And we also continue to have at our disposal actions that the United States can take to hold certain entities accountable should we need to.
I'll let other people continue.
Yeah.